Welcome to the Pie Uncut, the show where we deconstruct the habits, diets, and mindsets of the world's most extraordinary high performers to find out what it truly takes to live a long, vibrant life. I'm your host, and today we are talking about a man who has become a global sensation, not just for his work behind the camera, but for the face he shows the world. You've likely seen him on your social media feed. He looks like a fitness model in his mid-20s. He has the physique of a competitive swimmer and the skin of someone who has never seen a day of stress. But here is the reality. He was born in 1966. His name is Chuando Tan. At 57 years old, this Singaporean photographer, model, and actor is often referred to as the Mascot of Forever Young. But as Chuando himself says, that is a title no one can keep forever. However, looking at him, you'd swear he's found a loophole in the aging process. Today, we're going to dive deep into his lifestyle. We're going to break down the famous 70-30 rule, his specific dietary staples, from his obsession with eggs to his rare cheat days, and the surprising scientific link between his career choice and his DNA. Is it just genetics, or is there a blueprint we can all follow? Let's find out. The philosophy. You are what you eat. Chuando Tan's philosophy is deceptively simple. He believes that your physical appearance is a direct reflection of what you put into your body. He's famously quoted as saying, "You wouldn't want to look like a hamburger, right? I'd rather look like a mean, lean chicken breast." It sounds funny, but it's the cornerstone of his life. He adheres to the 70-30 concept. Now, if you're a fitness junkie, you've heard this before. It means that 70% of your results come from your nutrition, and only 30% come from your exercise. Chuando believes that no matter how hard you hit the gym, you cannot out-train a bad diet. He views exercise as a supplement to his health, while food is the foundation. Think about that for a second. We often spend hours at the gym and then reward ourselves with a sugary latte or a heavy meal. Chuando does the opposite. He views every meal as an investment in his timeless visage. The exercise regimen. Less is more. Let's talk about that 30%, his exercise. Many people assume a man who looks like Chuando must live in the gym, but interestingly, as he's aged, he's actually scaled back. In his 50s, he prioritizes discipline over intensity. On a good week, he'll hit the gym 5 times. On a busy week, just 3, and he never stays longer than 90 minutes. His routine is a classic split. He starts with 30 minutes of strength training. This is crucial as we age because it prevents sarcopenia, the natural loss of muscle mass. But he doesn't stop there. He follows strength training with cardio. However, there's a lesson here in listening to your body. Chuando has a knee injury, so he doesn't jog. Instead, he walks at a very fast pace on the treadmill. It's low impact but high efficiency. But his secret weapon is something he does almost every single day: swimming. He hits the pool in the evenings for about an hour. Swimming is a full-body workout that's incredibly kind to the joints, and it's clearly a major factor in that lean, chicken breast physique he's so proud of. Skincare and the Botox experiment. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: skin. How does a 57-year-old have virtually 0 wrinkles? You might think he has a 12-step Korean skincare routine or a standing appointment with a plastic surgeon. The truth? It's surprisingly minimalist. Chuando admits to having sensitive skin, so he avoids overcomplicating things. He uses only 2 products daily: a gel face wash and a moisturizing cream. That's it. But he does dye his hair. He's honest about the fact that he has gray hairs and chooses to cover them up rather than go for the salt and pepper look just yet. And what about cosmetic procedures? He's been asked this 1,000 times. He admitted to trying Botox once. It was a gift from a friend. But he hated the results. He felt it made him look unnatural and hasn't touched it since. Instead of needles, he relies on hydration. He drinks massive amounts of water and avoids certain skin-aging beverages, which we will get to in a moment. The science of stress. Doing what you love. This is perhaps the most overlooked part of Chuando's routine: stress management. He says his secret to looking young is simple: I love what I do. He's a fashion photographer. He loves the communication, the setup, the creative energy of a shoot. He believes that if you do what you hate, your health will eventually fail you. And there is hard science to back this up. A study from University College London followed 11,000 individuals over age 50 for a decade. They found that those who rated themselves the happiest were 35% less likely to die over the next 5 years compared to their less positive counterparts. But it goes deeper than just a good mood. Researchers in Finland discovered a link between work stress and our DNA. Specifically, people with severe work exhaustion had shorter leukocyte telomeres. Think of telomeres like the plastic tips on shoelaces. They protect your DNA strands. When they get too short, the cell can no longer divide and it dies. Short telomeres are basically a countdown clock for age-related diseases. By doing what he loves, Chuando is literally protecting the caps of his DNA. The Chuando diet: eggs, oats, and durians. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly does a day of eating look like for the world's most youthful 57-year-old? For breakfast, he's all about protein. When he's dining out, he might go for 6 poached eggs. But wait, he only eats 2 of the yolks. This allows him to get a massive hit of high-quality protein and leucine, which is essential for muscle synthesis, without overdoing the cholesterol. He'll pair that with a small slice of French toast and grilled vegetables. When he's at home, his breakfast is a superfood bowl. He makes oatmeal with milk, honey, avocado, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Oats provide beta-glucan, which keeps his heart healthy and his gut microbiome flourishing. Avocados provide vitamin E and healthy fats for skin elasticity. Chia seeds give him those heart-healthy omega-3s. For lunch and dinner, Chuando says he is boring. He sticks to the basics: fish soup or chicken with rice. He prefers chicken breast, lightly marinated in olive oil and balsamic vinegar, cooked in a toaster oven with 0 salt. For carbs, he chooses a tiny serving of brown rice or fresh greens. He doesn't care if it's tasty in the traditional sense, he cares if it's fresh. And let's talk about his favorite fruit, the durian, known as the king of fruits in Southeast Asia. While it's famous for its smell, it's a nutritional powerhouse. 1 cup of durian pulp is packed with vitamin C, B6, and antioxidants like flavonoids. It's a natural energy booster that supports his active lifestyle. The no-go list: sugar, alcohol, and rinsing sauces. It's not just what he eats, it's what he refuses to touch. Number 1 on the list: sugar. Beyond the weight gain, sugar is a telomere shredder. As we discussed earlier, sugar accelerates the shortening of those DNA caps, essentially fast-forwarding the aging process. Chuando avoids sugar like the plague, with one exception: ice cream. He admits ice cream is his weakness, but he manages it with extreme discipline. He eats it maybe once a month, and always in the first half of the day so he has time to burn it off. He buys a pint of Häagen-Dazs vanilla and splits it into 3 separate servings. That is a level of self-control most of us can only dream of. Number 2, no coffee or tea. He drinks water almost exclusively. Number 3, no smoking or alcohol. He says alcohol ages your skin and acts as a toxin that undoes all the hard work of eating clean. And here is the most extreme habit he has. If he's forced to eat at a restaurant that serves oily or saucy food, he will actually dip his food in a bowl of hot water to rinse off the sauce before eating it. His friends think he's crazy, but Chuando doesn't care. He's been a swimmer and a bodybuilder since his teens. For him, these aren't sacrifices, they are habits that have stuck for a lifetime. Finally, he follows a rule similar to intermittent fasting. He does not eat 7 hours before bedtime. This gives his body time to focus on cellular repair during sleep rather than digestion. So what can we take away from the story of Chuando Tan? Is he a genetic anomaly? Probably, to some extent, but genetics is only the gun. Lifestyle pulls the trigger. Chuando's life is a masterclass in the 70-30 rule. It's a reminder that aging is 30% about how you move and 70% about how you fuel. It's a reminder that doing what you love isn't just a cliché for a graduation speech, it's a biological imperative for longevity. He isn't trying to be forever young through surgeries or magic pills. He's doing it through the discipline of rinsing his food, the consistency of his evening swims, and the joy he finds in his photography. As he says, he will lift till he cannot lift. Thank you for joining us on The Pyunt. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Chuando Tan's lifestyle, be sure to check out our previous episode on the must-eat fruits for longevity. Until next time, eat clean, stay active, and find what you love.